I want to talk about my two favourite and what I feel are the best for my style of work, food photography modifiers, because I get asked about this a lot. I'm going to give a bonus third one at the end just because these two sort of do a similar thing, and the third option is a close third, but these two are my favourite. I'm going to start off with this. Doesn't fit in the frame, does it? Oh, this is bad planning. This is a soft lighter. It is a large reflector with this bit here, which has a diffusion level here and a diffusion level here. I'm going to get some images popping up on the screen to sort of give you an idea of what's going on here. We've got this bit, and if I pull this tab, we also have this bit. So this is what I use for a lot of my work. And then sometimes I take the diffusion part off and just have this here. And the idea of this is that it creates perfect sunlight. If you were photographing like an architectural model, you know, the little ones with the little tiny people, like, it's not a matchstick model, it's more than that. But you know what I mean? When you go to a new development, they've got this cool little model, which I always want to play with, but you're not really allowed to touch. This is the sort of lighting you'd use to photograph that sort of thing. Dolls' houses, miniature villages, toy trains, perhaps. That's what this was designed for. This is an old bit of kit. They don't make it anymore. You can sometimes find it. It's called a soft light. It is brilliant. I've got 3 of them and some extra bits like this as well to save me taking them apart. But the combination of this and the 2 different baffles and various different ways of using it, I use it a lot. It's also very good for beauty lighting if you're into portraiture. Now this here gives a very nice circular sunlight catch light, as you'd expect from the sort of light it is. It's not like broad daylight, burn your face off, middle of summer sunlight, but it is a very nice quality of light. I use it for a lot of my pop art work. Big fan of it. Now my next favourite light is behind me. I'm going to struggle to bring it in, but let me have a go and see if I can do it without breaking anything. It's going to be very loud now with the hiss. This is the Broncolor Hazy light. We're going to move it away now because you can probably hear the lamp hissing. This is my favourite soft box, although it's a fiberglass plexi-boardy sort of hard box. 1 by 1 metre square. Incredibly homogeneous light. Let me move it out of the way. I love this light source for a few reasons. I'm a big fan of the softbox, but this gives me something a little bit different. I will get perfect catch lights because there's no sag. It really fills the softbox up with light. It's a very even, homogeneous beam of light. It's actually very straight in a sort of kind of what you'd expect from a parabolic shift of light, but obviously diffuse at the same time. It's got a beautiful grid that goes in front of it as well. It is a great bit of kit. It also takes a light that puts out 3200 watts, which is pretty useful for my sort of stuff. So I get a real good depth of field and just like blitz the place. Now this light is not practical for everyone. It comes on what's called a flamingo stand, which is higher than my studio stand. It is beastly and you need a pack and a head and all that stuff. So it's not particularly practical. There's one on eBay at the moment for like £1,500. You got to remember these were 10 grand back in the day. So you can get them at a real good price, but you need a real big space. So they're my 2 favourites, but as a sort of third thing, these are all diffuse light. I sometimes like that crisp specular look for my work. And when I want that, I use this. And this is a P70 spill kill. It's this ginormous. Look at that. It's beastly. And it's got this really nice tinfoily specular look on the inside. And it gives quite a focused beam of very crisp, sharp light, which is great for some of the pop art and sort of more conceptual and graphic images that I take. Now, if you've seen around my studio, you'll know that I've got a stupid amount of reflectors, diffusers, modifiers, softboxes, everything from a softbox yay big to one that's so big I could get 4 of me inside it. And although I have all of these because I need them for my commercial work, when it comes to my personal work, these are really the only 3 modifiers I use. And the last one, not that often. It's mainly the first 2. So it's whether I want that sunlight look, that round catch light, or do I want that perfect, crisp, square catch light, and that really narrow beam of light, which is quite homogeneous and even. It's not parabolic, but it's more in that line than it is perhaps diffuse. Everything's a gradation. Everything's like a sliding scale. It's not this or that. It's this and somewhere in between as we go. Now, obviously, a lot of these things you can't get hold of that easily, and it's not that they are the best modifiers available. They are the best for my style and my vision of work, and the point of this video is this. Yes, I get asked a lot what my favourites are, so I'm going to tell you, but also you need to find what works for you. When I shoot portraits, I shoot with a white shoot-through umbrella. That is my preferred modifier. I don't want a parabolic, I don't want an octobank, I don't want any of this fancy stuff. I like a shoot-through umbrella like Platon uses. I like to shoot it down, feathering it across. I love that light source. It's one of my favourites. A speed light and a white shoot-through umbrella. Good quality one, maybe £30, £40, nothing silly. I'm happy as Larry. I don't need anything more than that. Now, what I'd love to know is what you shoot and what your favorite modifier is for that in the description below. If you're enjoying these videos and if you want to learn more about being a professional photographer or turning your hobby into a profession, do hit subscribe and I'll see you next time.